Hi, I'm Mark Knight. I run Toolroom Records and I'm the resident DJ of Ministry of Sound. A lot of you guys would know me for my productions and DJing around the world. This year's Miami was fantastic in actual fact. I mean, the whole ethos of the conference has changed quite considerably, but that doesn't make it a bad thing, you know. The goalposts have just moved a little. I think now it's all about having a showcase event and going there and having a presence doing that. And this year was really good for us as Toolroom as a label and for myself as a DJ. Did some fantastic parties. Highlights probably being the Beatport pool party. That was amazing. Ultrafest was really cool, and then the big one was Saturday night at Sweet, the Toolroom Nights event, which was just absolutely amazing. Probably the best gig I've done in America so far. Toolroom Records, 5 years in the making. Yeah, we're in our 6th year now. Basically, the idea of Toolroom Records was initially just an output for my own music. And the whole Toolroom Records came from the fact that I had a tiny little studio in a little tool room outside my parents' house. And I thought, do you know what, one day I'm going to have a record label and I'm going to call it Toolroom Records. Thus it was born. So far so good. We've had some fantastic releases. I mean, the label's gone from strength to strength. We now have Toolroom Records, Toolroom Tracks, and our brand new label, Leeds of the New School, which is a kind of showcase label for up-and-coming talent. We have a tours brand called Toolroom Nights. We're actually in Leeds at the moment, about to do a Toolroom Nights event tonight, and we do gigs all over the world. Yeah, I mean, the next step for me and as a brand is to kind of up the ante as far as the whole kind of show's perceived. I mean, it's all very well turning up playing some great records and rocking the party, doing it that way, but I think in this day and age with the technology at hand, I think you could bring another dimension to it. I've just been on tour with the Chemical Brothers in Australia. When you see the amalgamation of lights and the music, the energy that creates is phenomenal. So I was quite inspired by that, and come back and trying to put a smaller version of that into place, you know, using visuals and the DVJ and all the Pioneer equipment to try and bring that other dimension to what we do, you know, have that extra impact. Currently what I do, I mean, I play a lot of tools which I make up, a lot of parts from remixes that I do, and I ask a lot of other producers for, you know, for different things that are very synonymous from different tracks. Like, for example, I might get the strings from Strings of Life, or the lead from Colombian Soul, or some special spoken words from Peace Division, things like that. And I've used them in my sets. And so what I try to do is have them put to visuals. So, for example, when you see there's an a cappella with some saying from the speaker, that will come up on the screen as well. And that's kind of merged into the visuals that run all the time. So you get the impact of the actual lyric and the visual. So it really comes across well, and it just brings them, you know, just raises the bar that little bit more, you know. And that's what it's all about in this day and age you're in. It's very tough being a DJ, and you've got to be that one step ahead of the game. Well, as I say, I mean, you know, it's all about preparing your sets as much as possible and bringing that extra dimension, you know. If you can do a few little specials, a few re-edits and things like that. I mean, if you sit on the plane and you sit there and do a re-edit and, you know, just bits and pieces like that, people go away and think, oh God, yeah, I heard that mixed up, I've never heard that before. And it makes people think, you know, and it's a little bit more special than just turning up playing the top 10 records from Beatport. Oh, absolutely. I mean, for me, it's probably the best room in the world, you know, and if you're playing the best room in the world on a regular basis, you're inspired by it, you know. just everything about it, the lights, the sound system, it's the ultimate room to play if you're a DJ. You know, it's the Old Trafford of DJing. So to have a residency of this is kind of second to none. At the moment, we're doing 8 parties a year as Toolroom nights, so it's almost kind of bi-monthly. And basically involves all the Toolroom crew, Dean Ramirez, Dave Spoon, Funk Agenda, all the guys that they're playing on the regular basis. And what we've created, even though we haven't got some of the biggest headline names, I think people have bought into the kind of ethos and our identity, and they buy into the fact it's a really good night. You know, all the DJs are really good DJs, and you know that everyone comes away having a fantastic night. What I tend to do is I only actually put one track on a CD, you know, so it's very clear. And what I tend to do is lay my CD out as a set, you know, so based on how long I'm going to play for. Like tonight I'm playing for 7 hours, I'm playing all night. So my CD wallet starts very, very deep and warm up to full-on techno. And as you turn each page, it kind of grows, you know, because that's, for me, that's the key of a set. It's about painting that picture, that musical journey, you know. It's not about going here and there, left, ways and so. It's about a gradual build, slowly. So you sucker people in. When you've got them, then you can just push them and push them and push them. So that's how I lay my wallet out. And you know, every week I'm back there pulling them all out again, putting them all back in. My girlfriend goes crazy. I'm sat home in the bed and there's CDs everywhere. But yeah, that's the way I arrange mine as a set from start to finish. Well, to be honest, it saved the art of dance music. I mean, we all knew where vinyl was going, and that's a diminishing market. That's never coming back. I think, you know, the download industry has saved dancers' arts. I mean, I can remember sitting having a meeting with the guys in our label 2-3 years ago. Jesus, how are we going to make this work? How are we going to make this a livelihood? And with the phenomenon of Beatport especially, it's just, you know, we're back to where we were. We're doing 15,000 downloads. That, you know, at virtually the same rate as what we used to do vinyl. It's back to the glory days of music as far as I'm concerned. You know, when everyone used to tell the story, you could put out a record with a fart on it and sell 1,000. Well, you know, we're getting back to that kind of position. I mean, I think initially there was obviously a heavy influence of piracy, but people have kind of got a kind of conscience now, and they realise if they're passionate about dance music, you've got to put something back, and to spend £1 on a download, I mean, that's not going to hurt anyone really. So, you know, we're getting there. The next stage for me is heavily touring the new compilation. As I said earlier, we've got a compilation of tours brand Toolroom Nights, and I've just mixed a new comps double CD, and I'm just doing a world tour now to promote that. As I say, we're here tonight in Leeds, and then tomorrow, the next week we're off to the States for 3 weeks out there, America and Canada, promoting that heavily. So that's the next focus for me, is heavily promoting the new compilation.